Good morning, everyone. This is good morning. This is Anthony from GoldenArrow. This is a new series that I'm starting, and I'm going to call it Sundays with GoldenArrow. Sundays with GoldenArrow. Sundays with GoldenArrow. Pretty much it's just going to be me ranting at the camera on my way to Christ the King. Or I could try to make it seem more high value than that. Perhaps it might be. You will be the judge of that, and most importantly, the Lord will be. Just heading over to Christ the King right now. If you guys don't know, Christ the King Parish is in Los Angeles. It's on Melrose and Vine. Check it out. Right now I'm going to their 10:30 a.m. Mass that they have every Sunday. They have an 8:30 Mass also and a 12:30 Mass. It's been a good week so far. This morning, while I was shaving and getting ready for church, I listened to Father Mike Schmidt's homily. For those of you that don't know or may be familiar with the term sermon, a homily is a sermon. It's just the Catholic term for a sermon, a homily. I liked what he said. I like how it made me feel, of course, and maybe people have had this experience. When you listen to a homily on Sunday, sometimes it just gets you. It's almost like God is talking directly to you, touches on something in your life that's currently affecting you. That's definitely been the case for me, because he talked about how we're in the middle. We're not at the beginning of our lives. We're not at the end of our lives. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of Lent as well. What Father Mike Schmitz was saying, we get stuck in the middle, dissatisfied in the middle, feeling and wondering whether God is really there. Of course he's there, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes you feel spiritually dry. Sometimes your prayers just don't hit the same. We need to accept our shortcomings in life. St. Paul talks about how he had a thorn in his side that he prayed to God 3 times to remove. God didn't. We have thorns in our side, things that we would rather not be the case in our lives, that whether it's an addiction or a trauma, a past childhood trauma, death, a big mistake, it's very tempting to be filled with immense regret. It's normal to be filled with sadness, grief from our mistakes. But hey, we're human beings. We're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not God. It's normal to make mistakes and to feel bad about it. What God is calling us towards is to move on from our mistakes, learn from them, and to accept. The key word being to accept the things that have happened to us and to accept the mistakes that we've made in our lives. And once we've done that, once we've accepted those shortcomings, we can actually move forward. And we can actually come to know that God knew those things would happen, or that we would do those dumb things, and that it's part of God's plan, truly. And that he can use those traumas, he can use those mistakes to sanctify us, to bring us closer to him. Even if you had a bad day, even if you had a bad week, there's always something new that God is doing in our lives. Let him derail that. I remember yesterday I went to a Methodist church in Pasadena, and I was I'll just say I was surprised to see that there was, I think, a bar mitzvah going on in there. And it threw me so off guard, because I was going into a Christian church and they were having a Jewish celebration of some sort, because people were wearing yarmulkes, and it was a kid, like a boy, and he was talking to this woman at the center. Like, it looked like they were behind the altar, or whatever the Methodist equivalent of an altar was. And so it was very jarring, to say the least. And I don't know what to make of that, but God led me to that by a pleasant surprise. So ask God to derail your life and give you pleasant surprises, because believe it or not, they are bringing you towards a new adventure in your life. Life is not just a journey back to heaven. Life is an adventure. And we have to stop looking at challenges in our lives as if they are unnecessary, or as if they are hindrances, because God, I really want this thing. I want to make a bunch of money, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not there yet. But I'm impatient. You're putting this obstacle in my way, that's taking me farther from this thing that I want. And perhaps it is done to sanctify us, to remind us that nothing in this world will ever satisfy us, but maybe we're not ready yet for the things that God wants to give us. God's timing is perfect. And when you trust that, you can have more peace in your life. And that's something that I have to remind myself sometimes, because being an ambitious young man, it is difficult. It is difficult to not get the things that you want. And it's frustrating at times. It's disappointing. It's annoying. I'm trying to prosper in this way. Why haven't you delivered yet? And the reality is, God doesn't owe me anything. God does not owe me anything. If anything, what I'm owed is eternal damnation. But thank God that He's redeemed us, and that He continues to redeem us as every day goes by, as every new human being is born into this world. Thank God that He continues to support us. I'll see if I want to keep doing this Sundays with Golden Arrow. I like it. It's just a little reflection. I'm just a person. I'm not a priest, okay? So take whatever I say with a huge mountain of salt, but I think I'm right about at least some things. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to talking to you all next Sunday. See you later. Bye-bye.